It was really funny. I wanted to say my name, but that's okay. That's cool. Thank you very much, and welcome to Dutch Pinball's presentation. My first slide says thank you, because, well, a lot of you know that we are the ones who are making the Big Lebowski, and we could not have done it without you guys buying it. We had a lot of pre-orders, and that made it possible to make our dream come true, make a great pinball machine. And it's now here at the booth, and you probably played it, and a lot of you like it, so that's very good. I also want to thank the people who have organized this show, Ed Vanderveen and his team. I think they do a great job. And because I always forget to thank people, I thought my first slide is the thank you slide. It will also be my last slide, so when you see this one back again, you know you can go, right?
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you. Okay, well, the agenda, what I will talk about is Dutch pinball in general, then about the status of the hardware, status of the software. I get a lot of questions, a lot of frequently asked questions, so I thought, throw them in too. And the last one is, you guys, you can ask me questions. And then it's 12 o'clock and we're good. So that's what I have in mind for you guys. Nice to meet you. My name is Jaap, Nauta, and I don't know how you knew it, but I wrote there. Jaap, Jaap, Jaap. They call me every name and I think it's fine. You can call me Dude, Duderino, whatever you want. Don't call me Walter because that's the aggressive guy. About me, I'm 50 plus. I'm the oldest of the team of Dutch Pinball, so it says 50 plus. I'm married to a woman, but it's not polite to tell a woman's age, so it says double X. I got a son who's 20. I got a daughter who's 18. I'm Dutch. I'm sorry that I'm Dutch. Because I made mistakes here in the US. When I arrived here, I shook hands with you. And then suddenly your husband came and he shook my hand and he said, she's mine. What did I do wrong? But it was okay. It was okay. I am still learning. Because that's what we do. We learn. We learn a lot. And that's the fun part of traveling and going to other countries. And we have our culture or rules or the way we talk and communicate with each other, and you have yours. And I learn every day. And I love that. I really love that. In this whole process of the Big Lebowski, we learned so much. We really, really learned so much. Oh, by the way, there's Holland. It's a very small country. But I'm proud of it. So the first thing we learn, at least our team, me, Barry, Jules, Koen, Guus, we were 9 people, and we learned that language is difficult. I can speak English, but not as good as you guys. And we had this situation with Universal. Universal is the company that gave us, not gave us, we paid for it, gave us the license of the Big Lebowski. And so everything we make, we have to put in the system of Universal and ask if this is okay. So we send in the translate, we want it like this, 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 and we got a reply, and it says, we prefer you change this and this. Well, we prefer means in Holland, we don't have to do it. They prefer it, but it's not a law. So we didn't change it, and we put it back into the system, and we got slammed. Then really, it was the worst thing we did, because in Google Translate it says we prefer, that you don't have to, but in America, or in the way when you do business, is we prefer a polite way of saying you must. Well, I learned that. So when we were talking to CoinTaker about being our preferred dealer, they said, well, we prefer you choose another word. Make it an authorized dealer or something like that. So the word prefer, I learned that 100%. One of the other things that we learn is that credit cards and paying, because yeah, well, if you want to buy a pinball machine, there's money involved. And here in the US, everybody has 3 or 4 credit cards. In Holland, in the Netherlands, I should say, it's not Holland, it's the Netherlands. No, well, we don't use credit cards that much. I looked it up, and we only pay 1% of everything we buy via credit card. We pay cash, or we pay with our debit card. With credit cards, no. And I've received checks. Checks. We don't use them for 15 years anymore at home. We don't have checks. We wire money. So when we ask our American customers, could you wire the money? He says, no, that's way too difficult. So I think that's a learning. And it's not that one is better or worse, but it's just funny to see what are the ways how to act and be nice to each other. Because that's all I want. There's also a difference in sports. You know, you have here a sports bar. You see baseball, basketball, hockey. You have the Super Bowl. You know, in Holland, we don't watch the Super Bowl. Nobody knows who won it. We don't watch baseball. We don't watch basketball. We watch soccer. And we watch speed skating. Can you imagine a guy, 2 hands on his back, speed skating, making turns like that for 12 minutes. He does 10 kilometers, 12 and a half minutes, and we love it. We're cheering like it's a sport. And when I show that to my American friends or colleagues or whatever, they say, well, it's not very interesting. Watching grass grow is more exciting. But we love it. So there are so many differences between you guys and us. And it's fun, that's good. Because it makes me a richer man when I come home and say, well, I saw this, I saw baseball, I saw basketball, and I played pinball. And it's good. Because it makes you richer. There's a lot more stuff. On the highway, you keep your lane. We never do that. You keep your speed limits. We don't do that. When we're allowed to drive 120, we drive 125. So the government changed the rules and it says, okay, everybody can now drive 130 kilometers and not miles. And you know what we do? 135. That's Dutch. It's really in the culture. Your kids could be Dutch too because they don't listen to you, right? But there's also a lot of things we have in common. The love for pinball. We all love the game. Suddenly we are 100% the same because what's the strategy you want to play? That's a nice score, that's a good hit, that's the technique. And then we are completely the same. And even the Germans and the Dutch are the same. And we really hate the Germans. Really, we do. It's like the Canada-US thing, you know? That's harder than Germany. They're assholes, really. But we also what we love, good food, right? The food trucks outside, I love it. It's just a nice snack. And it's so cheap. In Holland, you pay much more. Oh, by the way, there's also a difference with the food. You guys tip. And you give more than you're asked for. For Dutch people, we don't. If a beer is $2, you get $2. That's it. And here, the beer is $2, you give $2, the guy's looking at you. Hey, where's dollar number 3? To me, the first time I thought, why don't you say I want $3? Right? So yesterday there was a person asking me, how much is the Lebowski? I said, well, you have to buy it via our distributor. Our preferred distributor / authorized. And the price is $9,999. And he says, can you make it cheaper? And I thought, hey, where did this tipping thing go? If I ask for $9,999, he's supposed to give me $11,000. But, so I don't get it, I'm still learning, all right? So, but okay, we also love a good beer, White Russian, a nice. We like that. We like our girls, or if you're into the other sex, that's also fine. We like pets. Guys, we all love things that we have passion for. One of the passions we got is pinball. It's the great love. Dutch Pinball League. We have a mission. We want to bring fun into people's life. That's really what we want. I got 2 kids, told you. 20 years old, 18 years old. Age of the wife, I don't know. But they have this phone. And they play Candy Crush. And they always are like this. And I hate it. I don't hate the phone. I hate that they are on social media. It's called social media, right? And they're like this. Sitting next to each other. I'm sitting there. That's not social. That's anti-social media. But I got a pinball machine in my garage, and suddenly I said, hey guys, let's play pinball. And the three of us were just talking to each other, shouting to each other, Dad, you're cheating. Yes, I know. So, that's so much more fun. And that's what Dutch Pinball wants to do. We want to bring fun in people's life. It's a social tool, a pinball machine. Because it brings people together. You can also play Monopoly, of course. It's got the same effect on people. So this is the base of what we want to do. We want to bring fun in people's life. And we do that with a pinball machine. There's got high quality animations, the best animations not the best. Yeah, the best! This is America, you have to shout that you're the best! In Holland we would say, no, we're not that good, we're not that good. But I'm very proud of what my team makes. Jaap, Buddy Driesen, these two guys, they make all the animations and they do a fantastic job. Also the music has to be high quality. There is not a standard amplifier in the Big Lebowski. It is an amplifier that is specially developed for our pinball machine. We want to have high quality lights and sound effects. Our LEDs, they go like this and like that. And it's Koen who can do that. Koen is our programmer, Koen Hetzel, and he's such a perfectionist, which drives me crazy, of course, because I am the guy who is the project manager. He says, hey guy, don't forget your deadline, we're late, you have to work on this. They hate me. But he is so good at that, and he can make all these LEDs go like that and like that. Go to Lebowski and watch it, and you'll see it, you'll love it. Sound effects. We have a guy, Jaap, together with his colleague. They make music for the TV shows. They make the music for the Big Lebowski. So we have a team with specialists, and we can make here, and we can give you the high quality music, light and sound effects. And then they have, of course, the gameplay and a deep rule sheet. And I'll talk to you later about that, because the software in the machine is software we installed yesterday. So that's good. It's a nice new version. So actually what we want to do, we have an eye for details. Details make the difference. And also what we do, and that's a bit annoying maybe for some people, we want to do things step by step. We're a new company. We do this for the first time. Our factory is building it for the first time. So I don't want to have 1,000 sold machines yet. Because if I have it now, I put the pressure on the factory this high. And you know what will happen if you have a funnel and it goes like that? And here it jams. I'm 100% sure that the quality will go down. Because the factory has to deliver. And everybody is stressed. And the quality goes away. And I don't have my high quality machine, which is on line number 1. I want to have high quality. So that's why we stopped selling in April. No more. And now if you're in Holland, or in France, or anywhere else in Europe, you can't buy a Lebowski at this moment. You only can buy it via CoinTaker in the US, Nitro in Canada. We want to do things step by step. I don't want to have 20 machines in Australia, 20 machines in France, 1 in Germany, 50 in Holland, 20 in the UK, 100 in the USA, and then suddenly you find, oh, we have a mistake. Because then you have to travel all the world to repair all that. So we say we start with a small group. It's our strategy, we do it really because we want to make sure we deliver quality. Because it's good for all of us, for you, but also for us. And we do anything we can to promote our passion, because that's what we all have. It's such a great hobby. These are the 2 projects we have. We have the Rider Pinball Kit, the upgrade of the existing, and we have Lebowski Pinball. I will talk mostly about Lebowski because, yeah, that's what's most impressive, I think. Those are the 2 distributors that we have, Nitro in Canada, in the US. So the upgrade kit, it says 1 pin, 2 games, because if you hold the start button, you can change to the original Williams game or the 2.0 game, the Dutch pinball game. And it was our proof of the pudding that we could make a game. So it was important to start with this. The hardware stays the same. We only change the LCD screen, the music, software, and off you go. So we just only made a game, and the rest stayed the same. We have online player data. It's online, so you can watch your machine. You can watch what other players do. We have 12 modes to play, and it's available very quickly. The other project, Lebowski, I'm so happy with over 200 clips, because we will have over 200 video clips approved by Universal in the machine. And yes, it will have parental mode, which you will need, because there will be swearing. And yesterday I had such a funny experience. We were just I saw a guy playing, and there was the scene when Maud is talking to the dude when she did the painting, and she walks to him and she says, "Do you have a problem with the female sex, Mr. Lebowski?" in her own Maud tone. And then the dude says, and then she says, "Vagina." And the guy goes, "It says vagina, it says vagina." And that was so freakingly funny to see it. Because, look, that's what I like. When I see somebody jump out of his up and down because he's enjoying the game, man, that makes me happy. That's why we do it. That's why we're in this business. It says no shipping. No shipping, that's true, because we shipped the 2 production machines to this one. Next week we will ship the production machine to Canada. And the first real production machine, the first 2, will be shipped the next week. When everything goes well. Because I always have to say that. It's pinball. There's a saying, if it ain't broke, it ain't pinball. And I want this machine to arrive good. But we're on track. It's a hell of a job and it's not only building the machine, that's not the hardest part. To organize the 3,000 parts coming at the right time. To find it back in your big cupboard everywhere, that's difficult. And that's Ada's job, that's our partner who does the production. I'll tell you more about that. The production plant, hey, I just said it. It's called Ada. We have a partner who will build our pinball machines. And we start with the first one, the Big Lebowski. We have a VIP visit. We call our customers our very important pinheads. That's what VIP stands for. Achievers, we also call them now and then. And we invited them to come to the factory. It was on February 12th, and the announcement was really short. It was only 1 week before, so we got emails from the US. "Oh, I can't organize it that quickly." We said, "That's cool. We'll organize a second tour later this year, probably October." To give you an impression of what the people saw, and you probably saw stuff on the internet. But we also made a short movie. Can you put up the sound a little bit, please? I'll pause. A little bit more. There's Ram.
Hey!
And of course we had a few beers and So this is the impression of the factory. And if you looked well, they started with the production part. They have a production area, which is on the right, blue. They cut metal, they bend metal, they can do everything. So it's very easy for us to do a prototyping. Just make it, because you have the knowledge in-house. Then of course you have the assemblage, assembly. Getting rusty. Assembly, pass where the machine is assembled. But the last part you saw was the engineering part. They have their own R&D department, and we make their own. They make their own PCBs. So for us, it was the ideal partner. They have knowledge of mechanics and R&D department, which we were looking for. We visited about 15 to 20 factories, presented our plan, and we chose Nauta because of this. And the people who were there, they said, yeah, this is not two guys in a garage with a Gamma screwdriver, you know, and drilling it ourselves. No. We do it the right way. We want to do it good. You'll hear more for the VIP October visit. Maybe we want to combine it with a tournament in Holland, maybe, or in Belgium, but not in Germany. You understand? Okay. The big about the rule sheet. I get a lot of questions. It's one of the frequently asked questions when I'm next to the pin. They ask me, oh, how can I get a lot of points? Of course, we want to know. You want to know strategy. It's a new game, so. Well, basically, you have the 6 wizard modes that you have to finalize. In this software version, 4 of the 6. Next week, Buddy and Jaap will work on the other 2, and they promise me they will not start drinking before it's finished. And they're thirsty guys, so that'll be okay. Okay, from left to right, you have, I can't read it without my glasses, oh my god, 50 plus, you know. Hey, that's better. Okay, first one says market 0, then you have the super jackpot, the rug modes, the car modes, collectibles, and the start characters. Those are the wizard modes. And if you all finish that, you have the end game, and it's called the do-the-blights, of course. But in today's software, that's the update I will give you, we have these modes. It starts with skill shots. There are 3 different skill shots. If you hold the right flipper, the ball comes up to the upper playfield. If you hold the left flipper, the ball goes right through the donny, and you have to hit the rug. It's also hurry up. And if you do nothing, you have the left area with the mod. One of the A, the N, or the U is blinking, and if you hit that, you get 100,000. So there are 3 different skill shots. Most of you played it, don't know it. But in this version, you get now the message, you can hold your flipper for a different skill shot. Because we found out nobody did it. There are 5 stackable character modes. So you have 5 characters. There's Donnie, Jesus, the Dude, Mod, and Walter. And you have to spell their names to finish the character. So G-E-S-U-S, so you have to hit the Jesus shot 5 times. And then the character starts blinking at the, it's not the scoop, it's the schotel. Schotel in het Engels. Linkshoek, help even. There are Dutch people standing there. Zeg je schotel tegen?
I know what scoop.
Schotel. Okay, you hit the schotel.
The dish.
Thank you so much.
Scoop.
Ask for help and I can't stand it.
Scoop.
The scoop, yeah. Thank you so much. On the left there's the scoop. It's the time difference, dude. It's not the other one. After you finish one character, you hit the scoop. At that time, you have 30 seconds to hit the character for extra points. If you don't hit the scoop, but you finish first the second character, and then you hit the scoop, you have 2 characters that give you the extra points, but also you get a second ball. So it's a 2-ball multi-ball. If you have 3 characters before you hit the scoop, you have a 3-ball multi-ball, 4-ball multi-ball, 5-ball multi-ball. Plus also, the value of every is done by 5, by 4, by 3, by 2, depending on how many characters you stacked. So you can go for the, well, I go for just one character, just to be on the safe side, or you do a different strategy. You say, no, I first finish the 5, then hit the scoop, and then you have more points. So you have the Jesus, you have the dude, Donnie, Maud, and Walter. And every time you hit a letter, you'll get a video clip, plus a call out. And every time when you finish it, you get a whole video. Just to make sure you get into the Lebowski feeling. Because one of the funniest things of the movie are all these quotes. Market zero, you're over the line, shut the up, Donnie. I even saw a video about Donald Trump combined with Walter, shut up, Donnie, and you saw Donald Trump saying stuff. It's really hilarious. The film's from 1998 and it's still very excellent. These game icons you see at the top give you information on which modes are playing. So you see all the modes. You have on the left is the rug mode, then you see Walter, so you have the Walter mode. In this case, 6 modes are lit, which is theoretical because it's a lot. But you get information, you get feedback. When I play, I want to get feedback. Where am I? Sometimes I play a pinball machine and I have no idea which mode I'm in. Here you get the information on the left corner, left upper corner. It always tells you which mode you are in. Of course, you have to have bowling with Lebowski. In the upper playfield, you hit the left ramp, you can spell bowling. After you hit it, you light, let's go bowling. And then you just go down. You select your opponent with the flippers left, right, and you hit the launch button to bowl. Of course, a white Russian. You have to do that. There are 4 ingredients on the right. So there's the Kahlua, no, not the Kahlua, the coffee liqueur. We didn't get the license for Kahlua, so it says coffee liqueur. We have vodka, ice, and half and half. Or milk. Some people put in milk. Really? So then you have the light 0, market 0. You have to do it. You do it via the in lane and out lane. Those are the letters that you spell. Once you spelled the 0, you have to again hit the screw. And then you hear it's 0, asshole, because that's from the movie as well. Then you have 6 rug modes. If you hit the rug in the middle, it'll go down, it'll go back, it'll go back, it'll go back, and when you hit it 6, 7 times, it's opened and it'll tell you rug mode's ready. If you hit it then, you see the half of a clip, of the movie clip you selected. Then you have to hit the white arrows. After you did that, it says shoot the flashing white arrows. After you did that, you relock it again and you finish the movie clip. So you can actually see a part of the movie. If it takes too long, just hit both flippers and you can continue. I had this machine for a few weeks in my house. The first time I was really waiting and watching and laughing about the movie, and the second time I loved it, the third time, and then after 10 days I thought, okay, I want to play pinball. That's how it works. So we give you the opportunity to choose. We really made the pinball machine we would like to have, with all the opportunities we would like to have, because we play. Then there are also other multi-balls, so you have the character multi-balls, but also if you hit the dude's ramp, there are 2 washes that you have to hit, and it says lock 1 is lit, lock 2 is lit, etc. Then you lock ball 1, you get a nice dude dance doing, ball 2 is locked, and you get multi-ball. It's our scenes from the dream scene, because the area in the machine, also the left upper corner, is the dream scene. Of course, during multi-ball you hit your jackpots, and you know how to do that, shoot the red flashing arrows, everybody knows that. There are also mystery awards. If you hit the spinner 30 times, and then you hit the scoop, then you get a mystery award. And you get the Jackie Tree award. Bob Lowe's was that pencil scratching thing. when I saw that for the first time, I called Buddy and said, you did it again, and he was really, it's so cool. I find it cool, at least. If you don't do it, it's okay, because we all can have our opinions, right? So, there you go, White Russian edit. Behaving very, very polite. I really think this is Texas, the first time I'm in Texas. And everything is, everybody is nice. I've been also in other cities in but this is really, it's not to be, but I mean it. But maybe today it's worse, so we'll see. Okay, let's move on to the user interface, which is not something that you see when you play on location, but if you have your machine in your house, you open the corridor and just you go to the menu. What we did, we created a tree-structured interface because it has to be intuitive, it has to be user-friendly, it should be easy to use. And the good thing is you can personalize it. You can personalize your settings the way you want to play. If you play with your with a friend who never played pinball, set it on super easy, so he can also have multi-balls, etc. I put the machines back there as easy as we can, so you can get multi-balls very quickly. So you don't have to shoot 5 times Jesus, J-A-S-A-U-S, but you only have to hit once, because I already lighted I said it in Dutch, J-A-S-U. Okay. I already like those, so you only have to hit once, and then your character mode's lit. So now you can, I saw people have 5-ball multi-ball because of that. Because you only can play one game, because the guy behind you also wants to play. So we try to give you the experience, but at home you set it more difficult for yourself. So that's all up to you what you want to do. This is the tree. It starts with 3 choices. You have a test menu, adjustment menu, and a software menu. Well, even I can understand that. And I'm not cool. You can test every switch. So if you go into the test menu, click, then you see this, the switch test. You can test every switch by just touching it, throw a ball, and it will light up. There's an LED test, and you can test all LEDs, so everything will glow up, whether you do grouped or ordered or GI only, RGB only. So whatever you want to test, you can just check it, it's good. If you go to the grouped test, for instance, there's a group called Mini Playfield. You have the bowling ladders, the scoop, the white rushes, the arrow sparking. So it's just easy to understand. You can test stepper motors. This is the rogue stepper, there are more. The stress test is in there, but that's a factory's test. And I think we will remove it, because it's just all the coils will tuck, 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 by one by one. Then the adjustment menu. So the first was test menu, second is adjustment menu. You can change the rules, like I just explained with those letters that you can do. You can change the pricing, you can set it free play, etc. You can adjust the coin strengths, you can adjust the toys, so you can make for yourself. You can test almost everything. So this is in the part rules, you can set it in, well, it says tournament mode, yes or no, and that's at the bottom, you see what I was talking about. The dolly letters, the do letters, so pre-lit, it's factory set, it's standard on 3, but I put it on 6, just to make it more easy and to give you the feeling. The ball drop, the kicker up there, you can, there it is, the family mode. The family mode is not in this machine yet, but every harsh word will be silenced. We also tried the beep thing, but you get crazy with all these beeps. It's very nice. And you can choose which volume you want to go up or down. So if you prefer the music a little bit lower, you can just lower the music, but the sound effects are higher. Or the master volume that tells you what to shoot. You can put that up higher. So it's up to you what you like, what you do. Again, this is for home users. The start button, we have something in there, because sometimes you press by accident the start button. I do it once in a while, and then suddenly there's a 2-player game. Shit, I didn't want that, I want to have the launch button. So if you press it, you remove the second player, which is a cool thing. And the stop game, that's for us. And I showed it to some people, and they said, that's cool, also in my house. If you press the start button for 4 seconds, it'll shut down the game and clear all the balls. Because we test a lot, and something happens and we want to discuss. Stop the game. Switch it off, switch it on. No. Press it, click, off. It will be standard on default, we'll put it on off, because this is really a feature that, well, you only use in your home office. So you see, try to do so much that you guys would like to have. When we started this whole project, we sent out an email and we asked for input for our game. So we got tons of ideas from people. Oh, you should put in this, and oh, this is a nice call out, and you should do that. And that's what we do all the time. We ask very often for feedback. In Chicago at Expo, we had 2 voices in the game. It was a female voice. We were looking for a little bit like Bunny. It's an American voice, you know, the girly voice, plus the voice that's already known, the deep dark male voice. And we got feedback from a lot of people, oh, we don't like the female voice. Okay, it's out. We try to do what, and we try to listen to you. Sometimes that goes wrong. The prototype had an apron with lighting underneath. So we had the stars, and they were lit. And we heard a lot about the prototypes. People said, oh, I really like the other playfield. I love the bowling alley. The bowling alley, that's not a toy. That's a game in itself. It's huge. It's got 10 different things. I love it. And we got compliments about the artwork. Nobody talked about the apron. And we thought it was cool. But okay, nobody talked about it. And then we got questions. I need space for my rule sheets. Why do we have this apron? I cannot put my rule sheets in there. Okay. So we discussed and we said, okay, let's listen to them. So we changed the apron. And it was a standard apron. With 2 of them. And then we got everybody, yeah, but I want the other apron. Yeah, godverdomme. That means that doesn't make us happy. So we were just thinking, God, that's not good. So we changed it and we did something that's typically Dutch. We call it polder model. If one wants to go to the left, well, that's to the right for you. The other wants to go to the left. We go that way. So nobody's angry and nobody gets wings. But with the apron, we now have a place for the rule sheets, plus we have the stars. And everybody said, okay, you explained it and it's good, it's fine. But guys, remember, if you advise us to do something, we might do it. So be careful if you ask for something, because yeah, it could be an apron story. Anyway, back to the software menu. You can upload the software. It says here live enabled, that's the online scoring. But you can also upload the new software via your Wi-Fi. You can connect the Lebowski to the Wi-Fi to the internet. And when you switch it on, you'll get a message, there's new software. You want to install it? Hit left for no, hit right for yes. Right, left, the other way around, because left, right, yeah, sorry. You understand what I mean? But it's a good thing, I think. It's like with your PC. If you have Windows, you get sometimes there's no Adobe version. You want to download it, you just click yes or no, whatever you do. So you don't have to open your machine. It's just easy to use. There it is, Internet Update. It just downloads it, installs it, and you're good to go. Well, how does that go? There's no sound. It looks like this when you open it. So you just click it, go through the different switch testers. These are the Ultra switches. You just touch it, and it goes up and down. You see what happens. So it's rather easy. You go to software test, you can test the flippers, you can set it, LEDs. There's the bowling step you can test, the car. There's the adjustment menu of the rules. You just go down the way you're used to. You can change whatever you want. There's the power of the left flip. You can put it up and down if you want. Every different pin, you can check, you can test it, you can adjust it. And there's always the factory default, which will light up if you hit it. There's your live settings. You can enable it yes or no. If you want to keep it for yourself, you don't put it on public, and if you do, then everybody can see it. There's your family mode, and you need it. And that's the Euro score. Euro score is when you write 1000, you do 1,000. We do 1.000. So this makes you feel more comfortable. And that's the software version that you can do. Internet update I was just telling you about. And that's about it. So that's the tree structure that we designed for you guys. Do you like it? You think it's easy? Yeah? Thank you. It's good to hear. I'm also glad because if no, I don't like it. I think, well, why don't I ask it? Sorry. Then we have this online part. In the machines that are here, you can make your own profile. You can make your profile, and you can create a new one or select one if you already if your name is already in there. And your score will be put on the internet if you allow it to. And we're trying to do it live, and we didn't test that. At this moment, Barry is in Holland. I hope he's playing. Lebowski in Roermond. And yes, he is. This is so cool. It's working. That's right. What we're watching now is 30 seconds in the past. And player one is started, you see it on the left here, so the latest game. Yeah. March 19th, 4:34 p.m. So that's 4:30 in Holland, which is half an hour ago, I think. That's now it's 5. Sorry?
What do you?
Kwartiertje. That's 50 minutes ago.
No, it's 1 hour and a quarter.
No, it's Ad says one quarter. And you know what? We have the same. This is just one machine, of course. But this is the private pinball live. This is actually what you're seeing. There's a machine on location in Minneapolis, and it's now. He's playing. He's having ball 3. He's got a super skill shot 500,000, so that's 100,000 times 5. So some guy is now playing in Minneapolis. How cool is that? If you go down, you see here shoes machines, Dutch pinball machine headquarter. Don Kraber. Don, I see you, right? Your machine's here, man. You have to work on your high score, by the way, because it says 4 million, but I know why, because your machine is not up and running yet. Band on the inside, that's popular. Jaap's well, that's me. Jaap, good. And you know what, if you hit it, you can actually see what's going on. This is my game. It says Jaap's BOP. The last game was on March 15. My kids didn't play. And you see here all the high scores. I play alone a lot. And all the player profiles that play on my private pinball. So there's Kevin Welberger, Carl Waring, Henrik Dahls. These people, that's my daughter, Cutie, and my son. It's me, Labor. So you can actually see, these are the player profiles in my game. And what I really like is that my data is safe. I played 658 games. Balls, extra balls, trophies. I mean, average score is this, and this is my average game length. It's almost 4 minutes. This will be the same for the basket. And just in case it didn't work, I did it like this. Because this is a screenshot of yesterday. At that time there were 3 private pinballs online. And this is the score I just showed you for my own. So this is something extra you get with Lebowski. All the data will be stored, and we want to use this information also for our service and because if it ain't broken, it ain't pinball. If we know that after 1,000 games, this teeny switchy thingy breaks, and we can monitor it, you can get maybe a message from us. Hey dude, you're in game 950. We have information that probably, new information man, we have information that probably after 50 games, this teeny weeny switch will break down. Please order a new one, so your machine's uptime is higher. It's not in yet because we don't have this data, but this is what we have in mind to make sure that your machine has a higher uptime. It's not 100% guaranteed, it's just pinball, but I think it could help in preventive maintenance. Okay? So we really like it. It's still a beta version, so but we'll share it with you guys because we know you can handle that. So there's my frequently asked questions. I'm good on time, a few minutes left. I get this question. I can buy a new pin for, well, let's say $5,500–6,000. Why is the TPL so expensive? And I say, yeah, well, if you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. And I always look at cars. I drive a Volkswagen Passat. Volkswagen, you say probably. You know this car with the software stuff? It's a German car, by the way. Oh boy, I drive a German car, I realize, but okay. But anyway, I have a Volkswagen Passat. New in box. It's not in the box, by the way. 32,000 euros. Diesel. 32,000 euros. My neighbor drives a Kia Picanto for 11,000 euros. But I drives an Audi Quattro for 60,000 euros. Okay, so we have three cars. New in box. 12,000, 32, 60,000. We never ask, why does this car, new in box, cost 32,000, this Volkswagen, if I can buy another car for 12,000 euros? So that's my answer. It's worth every penny, I think. But that's the same with my Volkswagen with this shitty software. I think it's worth that money. Because I love it, I want to have it. And if you look at our machine, you see there's a lot of love in there as well. And love is expensive, dude. The other question I get, when will I get my TBL? And my answer is, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you'll have it then, because I don't know. We do it for the first time. Our factory does it for the first time. We have a planning, and we share the planning with you guys, but it's not written in stone that you'll get it. We'll do our utmost best, and that's my job. I push people, deliver. Oh, and by the way, it has to be perfect. And people, I hope you understand, because otherwise I make a promise and I won't keep it. We'll do our utmost best to ship it. We expect, as I said, well, the shipment for next week, that's already set to Canada. That goes to Nitro, and then the first one's in that week after that. And we'll let you know, trust me. Facebook, newsletters, all that. So, I don't know. As soon as we know, we will share the information. And the first machines we will monitor really good because we also want to test this whole process. So we call our customers and we tell them, okay, next week we will ship your machine. Please let us know how it went, what went wrong, what went well, what do you like, what should we change, what should we keep. Like that we help each other to have the process better for the next shipment. Because that's also new for the first time. Remember the first time you had sex? You were nervous and you wish you practiced enough, right? So we practice. Then we get a question, what are the shipping costs? Shipping costs, I thought it was clear, because shipping costs is, no, it's different, because it depends on the price of the oil, the price of the kerosene. Okay. When we have the machine, we'll let you know exactly what our shipping costs, and that's it. But I don't know exactly. Why do you sell only in the USA and Canada? I don't get this question from the USA and Canada, by the way. I get this question from Australia and from Europe. And I tell them because we want to do things step by step. We don't want to oversell. And it's difficult for people to accept when I tell, yeah, well, guys, you had 2 years the opportunity to be an early adopter and support us. from the start, and we're really thankful for all these people. That's why we chose Nitro and Cointaker, because Cointaker from day one, they supported us. Tommy from Nitro called me, gave me advice from day one, when we had nothing. So I give that back to them. So I said, no, you helped me 2 years ago, I help you now. So we are now with only one distributor. Maybe in the future we'll have 2, 3, 4, I don't know. We start like this because we want to reward our people who helped us in this difficult start. And then we got these 2 questions. And I can't tell you that. Do you have any questions for me? Yes?
So do you have a public API for back in the internet?
What's that?
Do you have a public API for the internet?
We have a public API.
Yeah.
What is an API?
Do you have a way to hook in to pull that information out? Like, let's say we've got displays in our area. We want to...
Gotcha. Yeah. In fact, you have a choice to put your profile in public or private. If it's private, you're the only one who can access it and it will not be shown. If you put it in public, everybody can look at it. There's no password, there's no nothing, it's just open in public because it's not really confidential information because people can cheat. I can put in Jan Janssen and Mr. Janssen is not playing. So it's not said that it really was John Johnson's machine. So because we thought about that, but then we make a barrier because you have to connect it to a phone number or to a password or an email address, and we make it more complicated. We said, no, this is a hobby. Is that an answer? Ish? Okay, if it becomes too technical, call cool. He knows that, but talk to me afterwards, I'll try to explain. I'll show you. Okay. Yeah?
We had a problem with the artwork, doing the playfield, and said, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that. How far back did you send you that?
Okay, I'll repeat the question. Do we have any problems with the artwork, with the call-outs, with the music, everything? All the licensing, in fact. That's what the question is. Well, we had our problems, as I said. We prefer you change that. Now I know what it means. But we have a great help. When we were really in trouble, Mr. Jaap called us. And he said, guys, you need help. And I said, oh, Roger, thank you. Dude. And Roger took over all the contact with Universal. And Roger is the guy who did all this difficult stuff. Because that's his job. So, yes, we had troubles. Yes, we had difficulties. Yes, we had a lot that said, well, you have to change this, you have to change that. And that's not nice. But the good thing is, the quality is better. Because they were so critical at Universal. And they had all these talent, these Hollywood stars. And they had opinions. People in Hollywood have opinions, we learned that too. And we were not allowed to Photoshop or to but still, we are so happy with what we can do, and also with their comments, that we're really happy and the way it works. Is that an answer?
Well, did it send you back a year?
It sent us back a year? Yeah. I said it. It took a lot of extra time. Yeah, it took a lot of extra time, and I understand it. Look, we're a pinball startup company with small, and yet this big, giant Universal with billions and billions and billions of dollars, and they have contracts with McDonald's where they do for 10,000 restaurants a toy. And now Dutch Pinball comes in, hello, we have a pinball machine and maybe we will sell 500. Are you interested? Of course not. Business-wise, they're not. Because they don't make money. They can make a lot more money with McDonald's, 10,000 or 20,000 or whatever, restaurants. And still they took time to help us. So yes, it took time, but I understand why. And to me, it makes sense. To me, it makes sense. And I must admit that I'm very happy, because they really love the machine. That's good. Yep.
You start off your presentation saying you take steps. First step would be more than what the big Lebowski is.
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. You said the presentation, you took steps. The first step was the private software. The second step, the big Lebowski first hand. What do you see first step? What is your long-term vision as a company?
Okay. The question is, you had the first step was about pin mod. Second step, really a full machine. What will be your third step? It will be a second title pinball machine. 100%. And then a third and a fourth. We have this in our hands. We are not a one project company. We want to be the best Dutch pinball company ever. That's easy because we're the only Dutch pinball company. Is that an answer? But I can't tell you anything because we didn't decide for the next title. We focus on this first. First, we deliver the customer what they need, and then we'll move on. But we'll surprise you.
Can I add one extra question to that?
You want to add another question?
one.
All right.
How you mentioned the service. What is your vision of pinball machines are going to go out for the Lebowski's? What is your vision of how you're going to support customers if they start having things happen, hardware issues or part issues?
How we're going to manage service is the question. Well, that's where CoinTaker comes in. We told them that we would like to do business with them because they are established distributor in this area, in this country, and they know what they do. So we said we fully back them up, and they asked us, for instance, for an inventory of certain parts that will break. And we said, I think that's a good idea because it saves you a lot of time. So the answer is, in fact, the way CoinTaker does it, and the way Nitro does it. Any more questions? And please, because it's loud here because of all the music, so if you can shout to me.
Yeah, so aside from the licensing, what was the most challenging part of designing and building the actual game itself?
What was the most challenging part from the licensing part?
Aside from the licensing.
Aside from the licensing?
Yeah, designing the game, what was the hardest part to get right, the thing that took the most time?
The hardest part next to the licensing. I don't know actually. The hardest part is that you cannot predict what will happen when you build a pinball machine. You really can't predict what will happen. We had to overcome all of these situations, and you think, okay, we go that way, and then something hits you from the left or the right, and it goes different. So what was the most difficult part? Maybe the discussion about the big boss. That was a difficult one because the ARA, the factory, really wants to have the big PCBs, and Barry really wanted to have the P3 way, to have the LED boards and to have a few islands of boards. You understand what I mean? And during that discussion, and I'm not a technician, so I just watch and listen and okay, which is better, which is worse. We decided to go for the bigger boards, although Barry really didn't want that. These big boards, ARA makes them themselves, and they put them into agricultural machines, so tractors, combine stuff, and they go through the land like that, and they shake and they don't break. So we had a lot of testing of this big board, because it's an expensive part. If you want to change it, it's difficult. You don't want that to break. So, and they convinced us, because of that test, and also because of their experience, that we could go for the big board. And then suddenly, something snapped up here, and we said, this is the same with the motorcycles. I ride a bike, I love it. And I was also a bit old-fashioned, because I love the carburetors, that's English? Yeah, you know what I mean? With your screwdriver, you know, you're that's right, that's it. And then suddenly you get this, how do you call it? Direct inspuiting? Fuel
Injection.
Direct injection. And to me, yeah, but I want my carburetor. And that was years ago. So the bigger board, but that was a tough discussion, I remember that. It's about time, man. Okay, yeah, good idea. You heard what she said?
No.
If there are, because we're out of time, I don't want to mess up the complete program. A little bit I would like to do it, by the way. not joke, I'll be nice to you. So, if there are more questions, I'll be at the booth of CoinTable, and I'll be here around for the next 20 minutes or so. So I will try to answer all the questions, and I want to thank you so much for coming here, dudes. And thank you so much. And there's the first slide back again. So thank you so much, and enjoy the show.